Yes, guys, welcome back to another stream. It is the Friday show. Hopefully, you guys are all doing well. Tone can't make it today at work, and it's the last day before he goes on holiday, and everything has just gone to shit. So he needs to sort it all out. He will be hopefully back next week. I am joined, as always, by Martin, and also today, Pat's on the show, lads. How we doing, boys? We good? We excited about the Savio situation?
Yep. Absolutely beaming. About time we got a bloody signing through the door.
Yeah. I know. What are you, Martin?
Did we sign Messer? I don't know. Are we off again?
Are you being downhearted on this signing, bro?
We knew it was coming in January.
So? We got to celebrate the signings, bro. We ain't signing no one else. I tell you that now. So you might as well just get used to it.
Do you know we're not signing anyone else?
I don't think we're going to sign anyone, bro.
I do.
I don't think we're going to sign anyone. I don't think we're going to let anyone leave. And I just think we're going to run with the same midfield as last year. I don't think we're going to sign anyone. Hence why I'm very excited about Savio, because the only signing.
Yeah, listen, I understand the excitement and I get it. He's a young, promising player. I get it. But listen, I'm not going to do this. He's straight in. I don't think he is going to be put straight into the team and off you go. I think it's going to be, he might come in, come out. Personally, I think he'll be used the same way Doku was used in his first year.
Yeah. Nah, I mean, they've already said he's not been on pre-season. I thought he might have done because apparently he said he's only got 1 week left of holiday. But even though he's only got a week left of his holiday, he's not going to America, which I find a little bit bizarre. But yeah, I think you're right. I don't think he's going to be.
Anybody going to America now? They're all ill. They've all been put into hibernation at home.
Do we actually know who's going, bro? Because I did see that tweet. Apparently, there's a virus going around the City squad right now. Do we actually know who's going?
Well, yeah, as long as everyone's fit and there'll be everyone that they listed off, that'll be going.
Do we know who's got this illness?
No.
Weird. Yeah, I don't know what's going on, man. Like, it's going to be weird. This preseason is going to be very strange because I don't know who's going to be there. Have they released like a list of like the players that are going?
Yeah, it was Haaland, Grealish, Phillips from the first team squad. I'm trying to think who else. Gabardio's already there.
Bob Kovacic, Radio.
How long Oscar Bob stays around, though, is a different question.
Right, go on, Ned. Tell us what you know.
What do you say that for?
Tell us what you know.
I don't see Oscar Bob getting the minutes he probably deserves now. You got Savio. I don't see how you get him in. I'm a little bit good for him, if I'm honest with you. But it is what it is, isn't it? This is what we do with EDS players. They come in, shake it all about, and then they disappear again. You don't see him again.
The thing is, with Oscar Bob, right, is that, like, could he play? We're not going to sign an attacking midfielder. So could he play in midfield, the attacking position? Because I think he'd be better there than Alvarez. So why couldn't he play in that position?
In where?
In the attacking midfield position, in the folding KDB role.
I don't see Alvarez playing there a lot.
Well, then who else you got? You only got Foden and De Bruyne. That's 2 players. De Bruyne's going to get injured at some point, so you're going to need someone else.
It depends, because from what I understand, I think you might get a rejig of players' positions next year. I really do. I seriously think when you look at who we've got now, the availability on the wings, I'm not 100% sure I'll probably see Bernardo staying on the wings long term. I've still got a feeling I don't think you'll see Grealish down as a full-time winger anymore. I think there's a possibility that he moves around into a more central role. Otherwise, you're going to end up with a Bob, if you do keep Bob, with a Bob, a Doku, a Savio, and what do you do? You've got these direct wingers who are then going to be put out for a midfielder onto the wing. You've still got the Gavardio option as well.
I don't see Grealish being moved into midfield. I think he's going to stay on the wing. But I do think Bob could play in that midfield 100%. That was his best position when he played in the academy, was in the midfield. And if you've only got Foden and De Bruyne, then there will be minutes available for him. I mean, he got 800 minutes last year. So I think if you can get him up to sort of like 1,500, 1,600 minutes, I do think that's doable. I think we can get him those minutes. And I think he'd be happy with those minutes. I think the season after, he'd want a big increase. But I think for now, I think he'd be okay with those minutes. If you double his minutes, you don't think he'd be happy with that?
He's got versatility. He's got versatility on his side. Not a one-trick pony, so that's obviously going to help him as well too. But look, Martin, I can't help but just bring up what you just said there before about your concern about Oscar Bob's minutes. Yet at the same time, we also said Savio may not get all the minutes too. So I still think there will be at least some sort of amount of minutes from both players over the course of the season. But the reason why I'm not too concerned about Oscar Bob, about how many minutes he might get, whether he plays on the right, is exactly that reason, because of his versatility. I think Pep will utilise him a little bit more. He is more of a squad player. He has got a lot more experience under his belt, and I think we might actually see him just play a little bit more, just play a little bit more of a responsible midfield role next season. I'm really curious to see what we do with him, because let's not forget too, it was mentioned last season, his development at his age was already progressing further than what Phil Foden was at the same age. That's a big call for me as well too. So
I think the minutes are there available for him 100%. I think it's the season after next is where the big increase needs to come. But yeah, I think bringing Savio in, it's a great signing. Obviously, we all know about the CDM, but if I'm being honest with you guys, I don't think we're signing anyone. I don't think we're signing anyone, man. I think that's it now. I think that's us done. I think if we sell someone, if we sell Nunes or Kovacic, then maybe we might go back into the market. I don't think we're signing anyone else. I think that's our business done for the summer.
No, I don't. I'm confident we'll get a midfielder.
You still think it's going to be Bruno?
They've not given up on Bruno. The Kimmich and Neves stuff's done. That's finished with. Move on from them now. They want Bruno. That's the guy they want, and they're looking at. And the thing is, they're waiting to see where Newcastle stand, because Newcastle. It depends, because the problem is Newcastle are clear they have complied with PSR. Now it's how much do they want to spend.
Yeah, Gary here says Newcastle CEO has said Bruno G is going nowhere this season, and Bruno G has said he can't wait to return to Newcastle.
And that's fine. Jack Grealish said the same thing. I don't believe what CEOs and everyone say. They just placate fans. That's what CEOs do. According to their CEOs, a month ago, they were all right for PSR. They had to raise 60 million quid in the end.
Yeah. I don't know, man. It worries me. If I tell you the truth, it worries me a bit, because obviously we know we've got the charges coming up, and I just don't think if we don't sign anyone, and the only player we sign is Savio for 20 mil, that does worry me a little bit, man. I can't lie. I'm just telling you my opinion in it. That does scare me a bit, as I'm thinking, oh, what's going on there? Especially when it's so obvious that we do need another midfielder. So that's why I'd love us to get like a Bruno, because that would give me real confidence. But yeah, at the moment, I just don't see us signing anyone. I really don't. Again, if we sell someone like a Nunes or a Kovacic, then maybe we'll go back into the market. But it wouldn't surprise me at this rate if we kept Phillips, Honestly, it wouldn't surprise me.
No, LB, I think if we haven't done anything by this time, or in a month from now, then I'll probably agree with you. But something interesting I was looking at was since Pep's come in in 2016, in terms of first team signings, over 3/4 of our signings have been made basically between the 1st of July and middle of August. So we do most of our business all the way up until mid-August. So for me, just based on the way that the club sort of operates during the off-season, still got plenty of time.
What did you guys make? I don't know if you've seen the show last night. What did you guys make of Move's thoughts that Kovacic has been here a year now? Could Kovacic do the DM position? I don't think he can. I don't think he can cover the ground. But Move thought he could potentially do it. Where are you guys on the Kovacic could play DM situation? Let's pretend we don't sign anyone. Yeah? Who's your DM when Rodri gets injured?
It depends on formations.
Yeah.
It depends who's in that midfield. Because does he invert a Stones? Do we try and Gabardio? Do you throw a Rico Lewis in? There are options. Like I said, you bring Bernardo Silva into the mix.
Uh-huh.
You drop KDB slightly a little bit deeper and he becomes more of an 8 than a 10. The thing is, I'm going to tell you something now that is mad, and this was a quote I got in a text message 2 days ago. Pep Guardiola is over the moon with Jack Grealish and Calvin Phillips's attitudes and the way they've come back.
Right.
Grealish and Phillips have come back looking like Greek gods at the moment, as in the body fitness, where they're at. They've come back and they just look like they want it.
So what we're saying then? We're saying Phillips is Remontada or not? Surely not, man. Surely,
It's a big bloody gamble. It's a big gamble.
It would be because my issue was never Phillips's fitness. My issue was, could he play the role? I don't think he could do the role. I know, and listen, it would take a massive U-turn, but people ain't gonna like this. But he has put one step onto the path of trying to do it. Pep has been impressed with his attitude and the way his fitness since he's come back.
Yeah, for me, the problem that I have with Phillips is I just think he's too slow. Now, obviously, if the situation is the situation and he is lost weight and now he can actually run around, then maybe he could do it. But I just don't think
that. Then. He's lost weight.
Yeah, well, he has lost weight, innit? You know what I mean? You're telling me he looks like a Greek god. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah,
I just think that
before that he was looking like a Greek god.
Yeah. I just don't think he can do it.
I can't say anything. Look at the size of me, so I'm not going to sit there.
Yeah,
yeah. I don't see it. I don't see it personally. Do either of you two see Phillips?
No. But the one thing is, I do think they are very relaxed on it. I think they think they've got options within it. They can do it.
That's very. I think that tells me everything I need to know. I think that tells me that the club is worried about the.
At the end, here's a question, LB. When was the last time we had these options out wide that we've got right now?
No, the options out wide are fantastic. Said that.
That's what I'm saying. So you can now start moving people around now. Because I know
you two are not worried.
Middle.
Yeah, but bro, in the DM position, are either you two not worried about like the 115 charges in this situation? Like, why are we not signing a DM?
No, I'm not worried about 115 at all.
So it doesn't concern you at all that the only thing that we might spend this summer is 20 million when it's seriously obvious we need a DM.
No,
I think because 115 would be cutting our losses, would be sending people out the door,
and we wouldn't be signing all these huge sponsorship deals, Albert.
No, the sponsorship deals would still be being signed, bro.
No, they wouldn't. A company like WWE don't get on board. WWE have got enough crap going on in their world with a former owner of theirs. They don't then just want to join in with us to go, hey, look at your owner.
Yeah, but bro,
these companies do due diligence.
Yeah, but all they have to do is if City get relegated, the contract gets ripped up, innit?
Well, it's meant to be heard in November. I think people are putting too much in. Listen, I watched that Mark Goldbridge video. My God, that guy is the biggest clickbait clown I've ever heard. He just sit there and just guesses at everything. He has no idea what he's talking about. He's guessing away. Honestly, I don't think this has anything to do with 115 at all. I think this is to do with our squad at the moment is bigger with the EDS. This is the problem. We've moaned for 3 years that all our EDS are going out the door.
Mm-hmm.
And then we're going, but we want to sign all these players. Well, then you're just going to get rid of all your EDS then. You can't have both.
No, and I agree with that. But the people, the only EDS players that should be getting a go are the players that are actually good enough. Like most of them, 99% of the players.
I think 99% of them are top of that list, yeah.
Jacob Wright might not be good enough. Soho might not be good enough.
But how do you know unless you try them?
No, I agree to a certain point, but sometimes you don't need to try it, because if you can get deals through the door who you know are going to work, then you don't necessarily.
Then we can never complain that a Cole Palmer happening ever again. Then,
well, yeah, to a certain degree. I mean, I think the Cole Palmer situation is slightly different because we handled it badly. You know, we didn't play him enough in the right position. We kept on sticking him left wing. But like, for example, Jacob Wright, like, there are some people in this chat I know for a fact that really want Jacob Wright to be given that opportunity and be given the guy who can be the backup DM. Other City fans are like, why? Why take that risk when there's players available like Kimmich for 40 million quid? Why would you take the risk when Kimmich is there, which is a low price at 40 million? So I guess it just depends on your viewpoint. For me, I do want to see these academy players coming through, because I think it's better for the football club when you've got these players who like are familiar with the club and love the club and that. But there is a balance to it. There's certainly a balance to it. But yeah, on the charges thing, for me, I'm just like, it does scare me, bro. I can't lie that we're not signing anyone in that position, potentially. Obviously, we don't know for a fact. And
but no one's signing LB. Arsenal have got no charges. They bought no one. Liverpool have no charges. They bought no one. I don't think it's charges. The market's drier than the Sahara Desert, mate. That's where we're at. We were warned about this with Calhoun in his post-season.
No, he did warn us, bro. But then, like, we're being told that we've got over £200 million worth of PSR capacity to spend.
Doesn't mean you have to spend it.
Yeah, but if you need a player, why don't you spend it?
Besides Mbappe, mate, I just feel like the talent pool for this summer has been very dry.
But who do you buy to make our squad better? They've got a limit on what
Bruno.
But they don't. But if Newcastle won't sell at 85 million, game over.
He's available for 100 on a release clause.
They don't rate him at 100.
João Neves, 50 mil. 53 mil, 54 mil.
That's what I'm saying. I think they've gone all legs into Bruno. Kimmich, I'll be honest with you, I love Kimmich, but when he ended that last year of his contract, that's when the player gets the power. And we're never going to give him 370 grand a week. No, Subamenda has said he wants to stay at Sociedad now. A lot of players are now staying.
What about Varela? This guy. £60 million buyout.
But again, he's still an unknown.
Of course he's an unknown, but he's played.
60 million quid for an unknown is massive. I'll be honest with you, I'd rather gone to 70 million for Neves than doing 60 million for Varela. At least Neves has shown a bit.
I don't know, man. I just for me, it's 70 million euros, isn't it? So it's like 55
That's
million.
What I mean. And you're telling me if City didn't want him, they wouldn't have gone all out for that.
Yeah, I just get concerned, bro. That's all, because for me, this position
is panic mode. You've got into panic mode.
I might need a bit of. Go on,
guys. I've just found. Sorry, mate. Look, I've just found it interesting listening to you two and a lot of people out there online, how much our uncertainty has changed ever since Lucas Paqueta's charges, were brought up a couple of months ago, because he was pretty much a shoo-in to come through the front door at Manchester. Probably as soon, if these gambling charges didn't exist, he probably would already be upholding a City shirt by now. And now that he's not here, we're sort of in this bit of this uncertainty as to where we're going forward with bolstering our midfield ranks, basically.
Yeah, no, it is weird. It is weird. Let me have a look at these chats, man. Big up MCFC says, big up panel. Did you guys see Tommy's tweet? I've just been on his Twitter, bro. He's tweeted quite a lot, so I don't know which one you're on about.
I think you're talking about more the possibility of a Oscar Bob on loan.
The Oscar Bob loan one?
Mm-hmm.
Is this one about Eddie Howe? Eddie Howe would be interested in taking Oscar Bob on loan, but City have not decided what to do with him yet.
It's all guns. I'm telling you now. I think all the guns are going one place at the moment, and this is going to sound, but I think it's Bruno. Barella is a backup. I don't know. I've not been told there's any other names. Everyone else is gone. Douglas Luiz is gone. Kimmich is off the table. João Neves is now possibly going. A guy, but this is my problem. This is what's making me laugh. I'm hearing Agati or all these others, and we did this last season when we ended up with a João Neves. And Mateus Nunes. So this is my problem. Some fans are going back to that phase again, where it's just get a name now. Get any name, throw a name out. And
Well, it is. But the thing is, it's slightly different with Nunes because Nunes just didn't fit our style of play whatsoever. Whereas you could get a player that can fit our style of play. João Neves would fit the style of play. Like he's clearly good enough on the ball.
I think Matheus Nunes does suit our style.
No. What's that? I mean, he would have played more, bro, in my opinion, if he fitted out. I mean, where's his position then in the team if he fits our style of play?
It depends what you want. This is the problem. And Matheus Nunes can pass the ball all day long. He's very relaxed at passing the ball. That's a player who can pass all day long. He's not someone who launches balls 30 yards over the top. The problem is you got to remember, Nunes was the main guy at Wolves. Grealish was the main guy at Villa. When they come to Manchester City, they're no longer the main guy. If you notice, a lot of our signings all say the same quote at some point. They go from being the big shark in the pond to being a tadpole in an ocean when they walk into Manchester City. Mm-hmm. Bruno will be the same. The Bruno you've got at Newcastle will not be the Bruno you get at Manchester City because we're not Newcastle, with due respect. He hasn't got bloody Longstaff next to him in the bloody Newcastle. Do me a favour there. He's the main guy at Newcastle. He ain't the main guy at Manchester City.
Yeah, but I think Bruno would come into the City team, and I think he'd fit in and he'd be fine. Whereas the problem is with Nunes, he struggles to get in the team, bro. And at the end of the day, bro, the proof's in the pudding. I mean, he played 1,300 minutes for us last year. That's it.
Hang on, I read a lot.
For that reason, that's why he deserves another season.
Last season, and he was collecting yellow cards at a faster rate than what bloody Rodri was doing.
Who was this?
Bruno. He was at one point. He was collecting cards like a bloody postman.
He was it was also the only player in that Newcastle team to stay fit, bro. Carried him, really.
I understand what you're saying, but what I don't want to do is, I think what City don't want to do is let's just take the panic and pick any name.
Why are we not offering Nunes to Newcastle?
Because who says Nunes wants to go? Players get a say, LB.
Well, the thing is, though, if you sign a DM... Well, the thing is, though, right? If you sign a player, you got to just make it obvious to the player, innit? For me.
But is it Nunes' fault or City's fault, this Nunes situation?
City's fault.
Right. So why should Nunes be forced anywhere, then?
No, you're not forcing him anywhere. You're not forcing him. You're buying a player.
Can't get Nunes to Newcastle.
No. You're buying a player, a DM, and then he starts looking around and going, oh, then he'll leave because he'll realise that there's no minutes for him. Nunes can't play DM. He can't play DM, can he?
I think if Nunes moves, you look at it. I think if he doesn't move this summer, in terms of, I think Newcastle could be an option, but I think Nunes will be very much like a Phillips, and it'll be a January move somewhere.
Yeah, I don't know, man.
Come on, if we did this, Rodri wouldn't be here. Sterling wouldn't be here. Grealish wouldn't be here. If we ditched everyone after 12 months, 3/4 of our squad would have gone.
No, I know, I get what you're saying, bro, but I think the only thing with the Nunes thing, I just don't understand what his role was meant to be. With Rodri, everyone knew what his job was meant to be. It was DM. No one can sit here and tell me what they think Nunes' job is in this team. That's the issue that I have with that compared to the other players that you've just mentioned. That's why I'd offer him to Newcastle. You know what I mean?
But who said Newcastle want him?
Well, obviously they might not want him, but I'd offer him. He's a good player, Nunes. The thing is with Nunes, he's a good player. Like, teams would be daft to return him down. He's not this crap player. I think he's a good player. I've said from day one, I think he's a good player. That's not the issue. The issue is I don't think he fits our style of play, and I don't understand what his job is. And I think Pep is a little confused as well because he was here for a year and only played 1,300 minutes. So, listen, we'll have to see what happens with it, man. But you've got to sign a DM, man, for me. Like, you can't go into the season without signing a Rodri replacement because if he goes down injured or something, then we're in trouble, man. And you can't tell me we're not. He got suspended last year. We lost 3 out of 3. You know what I mean? So, yeah, let's see what happens anyway, man. Guys, make sure you drop a like on the stream. Make sure you guys are subscribed to the channel as well if you're new. Let me come back to the Doku Savio thing, yeah? How quickly do you think we're going to see Doku Savio on the wings for next season? Because, of course, Doku will obviously be joining the pre-season a little bit later because he was at the Euros. Savio apparently isn't going there at all. Grealish, I imagine will probably end up starting the season. Whether I want him to is irrelevant. I think he will end up starting the season left wing because of how well he's done in pre-season. He really seems up for it. But how quickly do you think we're going to see Doku and Savio, Pat, mate? Because this, for me, is super exciting. 2 fast players, 2 tricky players, goals, assists, something that we've not had on the wings for a while. How long do you think it's going to take?
I think it will take at least a couple of months. I just can't see Pep going with this electric, wingers on both sides, gung ho, million miles an hour, without a risk of losing a bit of that control football. Martin and I have said it numerous times in our show. If we go back to there was a couple of matches we played there last season. One in particular was at home against Aston Villa, where we had Grealish on the left and we had Doku playing on the right. And we talked about, Martin, didn't we talk about that show? We said how we loved the balance of control and chaos football. And it was just that nice. It was a mixture of both, but it just sort of worked together, and we just had the formula working at the right time. I think if you're going to do Savio on the right and Doku on the left, I just think you're asking for a little bit too much chaos, a little bit too much football that we got to. We had to deal with sort of like, in November last year, where we had that run of like 4 consecutive draws or something like that. So I'm not ready to play both of them yet in any game. Exceptions might be if we're playing, say, relegation teams, cup matches, perhaps, or teams that
a team with a
low block, and also too just teams that don't seem to handle pressure or handle the press very well. So there's a very select criteria at the moment, just because of the inexperience of those 2 players in the squad. But the thought of it does excite me. It's just knowing the right time and the right team to play.
I think we've got to be careful with this GA bit as well. We've got to be careful with this GA bit, because the Doku got 3 Premier League goals last season. We need to stop this GA stuff.
No. We can't stop the GA stuff.
Our wingers don't do that.
No, our wingers don't do it because they don't do it.
So you're telling me every winger we've got then, it's purposely just shit at hitting the target?
Not necessarily shit. It's just
could it be that they've been told how to play in a certain way?
No. I don't think so. I think we have
all our wingers and shit.
You can't.
I
think we can agree too that you can't compare it to Centurion season, because if you're going to start comparing Doku and Savio to Sterling and Sane, that's trying to compare wingers to wide forwards or fast forwards. I think that's going to be that's a different comparison. So if anybody's going to do that, I don't think that's the right way to go about it. But yeah, look, I know what you mean. Like, we're talking about lack of G&A from our wide players basically, but who knows what Savio is going to bring, because he certainly was able to bring a lot of goals and assists.
Well, the thing is for me, Pat, is you've got to have optionality, right? So when we had Mahrez was the perfect winger for Pep, right? He could do the hold-up play, and he got G&A, right? You look at Grealish, yeah? Grealish in his first year got 6 goals, right? In his second year, he got 5 goals, right? And then last year, I don't know how many he got last year. He hardly played, didn't he? It was 3 goals. So he is
Bernardo's on the right wing.
Bernardo last year. Bernardo Silva last year was 11.
What, GA or 11 goals?
No, he got 21 in all comps, which actually isn't too bad. But he's not a player.
6 goals in the Premier League.
Yeah, 6 in the Prem. In all competitions, he got 11 and 10, right?
So it depends what you want out of it. Because I've said this 1,000 times. It's very hard to have a striker to score 30 plus goals and then a winger chips in with 20. If you look at when you look at the time Sterling was banging 30 odd goals in, we didn't have a 30 odd goal striker at the same time. You don't get that.
No. But the thing is, though, that for me, I disagree, because I think it's more important that we've got the option. Yeah, we've got options now. So if you look at the year that we won the treble, I know it's kind of funny because I'm saying we didn't have options and we won the treble, but that year we didn't really have options. You know what I mean? Because we had Grealish on the left, Mahrez, Bernardo Silva, right, and obviously Foden. Foden's slightly different in the sense that he will drive at players and stuff, but really we had the same style of player. Last year, of course, we brought in Doku, but it's Doku's first year. We didn't really see the best of him. The reason I'm excited about this season is because you've got Grealish and Bernardo, who can be the sort of the treble year when we won the treble with the Grealish and the Bernardo, Grealish and Mahrez, who can hold the ball up. But then you've also got the likes of Savio and Doku, who can be more direct and get more G&A. So you've got options. I've always said this. I always like to have options. And the last few years, we've not really had options on the wings. We've had players who are very samey. Whereas now we have different options. We want to play against a team where we need to take players on. Well, obviously, you're not going to play Grealish then. You played Champions League at the Bernabeu last 10 minutes. Obviously, you want Grealish on the pitch, not Doku, right? So, I just think that the business that we've done with these wingers and obviously having Grealish and Bernardo already, I just think, I said it last night, I think it's insane depth on our wings. And I think it's mint. I genuinely do think it's mint. And I just think you just change it up depending on the game.
And the other thing, I like the dynamic of the idea of with Savio and Doku is they offer something completely different to what Grealish and Mahrez did. And that was actually trying to beat their defender to the byline, not always trying to cut in, not trying to cut in 95% of the time. But so that's going to be something different and something that I'm looking forward to.
Grealish now. This is what I'm saying. We're going to look.
No, bro, we're not bench it. What we're saying is we've got options. Different games will be different things. So you're playing at home against a team that plays a super low block. Yeah, you might want to play Doku and Savio.
Yeah, I agree.
Big away Champions League games. Yeah, the big teams. Maybe you want to be a little bit more safe.
If you want a Doku, Savio combo on the wing, you've got to have a very disciplined midfield.
Yeah, of course you do. But the point that I'm making is we've got now different strategies that we can play. Last year, I know Doku obviously done well towards the end, but we didn't really have, and this is really why we kind of sacked off a left wing, because we didn't really have one. We was forced into ways of playing, and I think at times we found it very difficult. That middle part of the season, even though we didn't really lose too many games, we weren't really playing very well, and we were just winning games by the scruff of our neck type situation. Whereas now, I really think that this year we can go out there and play some really good football, take the game to teams and break them down with players like Savio and Doku. And then we've also got the likes of Grealish and Bernardo, who won't just be cast away. They'll still play, and they'll probably play a lot of the bigger games, right? But we've got different teams, and we can change it up. Teams now are not going to know what we're going to do because we're not going to be predictable. Whereas in the last year, and even to a certain degree in the treble year, we were just really good at beating it. We became a little bit predictable. Whereas I think this season, I think it's going to be super exciting, man, because we do have those options. I think Savio and Doku.
I think Savio's going to have to learn to track back. Doku's going to have to carry on the tracking back. Perhaps not going to lose his tracking back from his wingers. He's not going to lose that. And that's one thing that I haven't watched Savio a lot, I'll admit that, but he needs to learn the tracking back.
And he will learn it. Doku learned it very quick.
Yeah, well, he did, but that's why he went out the team for 4 months, LB.
But he learned it. He learned it within a season.
Go out the team for 4 months.
Yes, but then he learned it.
What I'm saying is, I get the impression some fans are going what they want more than what this is Pep. Doesn't matter what fans want. I know fans want all this exciting rock and roll football, but I honestly think sometimes you'll get it, but I think you'll get it. I'm still erring on the side. I think you'll get the more control than you will the let's go. Or you'll end up
it'll probably be as the season goes on, we'll see more of it. As Savio starts to learn the system, learn what Pep wants.
Savio's a 10-year player. Doku's a 10-year player. What the point I'm making is we're doing this, they must hit the ground running from the off. No, they're going to take time. Let them just settle in and enjoy it.
Oh, I'm not doing that. I think it probably is going to take Savio time. But I think what we can get from him next year with Doku, I think it's going to be super exciting. And by the way, you talk about 10-year players. I mean, Grealish. This is a massive year for Grealish, Martin, bro.
Yeah, I think Grealish has got this. That's why I think. But Pep said, "I have big plans for Grealish this season." I don't.
When did he say that? When did he say that?
He said he told Grealish, "You go back, have a good pre-season, I'm going to need you a lot next year.
Yeah.
I don't think Grealish is going to be this 10-minute player to come on at the Bernabeu that you want. I don't think he is.
No, I didn't say that. I'm saying in the big games away, you will more likely go Jack Grealish. But the point I'm making is when you're playing at home next year, right, against a team, give me a team in the bottom of the relegation zone. Say someone like a Brentford or a Palace, right? And you remember the Palace game at home that we drew, right? That game, we literally dominated the game, dominated the ball for 90 minutes. It was the most one-sided football match I've ever seen. I still to this day can't believe that we didn't win, right? If they played literally 11 players, obviously the keeper was on the line, but the rest of the players were literally on the edge of the penalty area. That type of match, who's better to play, Doku, Grealish? Obviously Doku.
Yeah.
But then what I'm saying is, other games, especially the bigger games, which are more important, the Liverpool away, Emirates, Bernabeu, Allianz, all that sort of stuff, you're probably going to go Jack Grealish, right? And this is what I'm talking about, Martin, when I say we've got the options now. We can change it up. Whereas, you know, for the last year or two, we've not really been able to change up the winger positions. Whereas now we are. We've got the different things. There's no point in playing Grealish against a team that's playing low block at the Etihad, is there? Who's bottom of the league. You might as well rest him and play Doku or Savio. I mean, not being funny.
Of course, I agree with that.
Yeah. So this is what I'm saying about the minutes. I think the minutes are going to be spread out between them all. And I think they're all going to have a massive role to play. Will Savio start straight away? Probably not, because I think Grealish and Bernardo will start initially, and Doku will be the first one that gets in there. But then after a while, Savio will start getting in. He'll start learning the system. He will have to learn how to defend in this system. He'll probably do some mistakes, give the ball away. He'll learn very quickly what he needs to do. But as the season goes on, just like Doku did, yeah, he'll pick it up quickly and start playing. And by the way, I'd also say this. He's just been playing for that guy, Mitchell, yeah, at Girona, who plays a very similar style of play in terms of ball possession, the way they move the ball, the way they move up the pitch in transition, all that kind of stuff. So it's not like he's coming from Stoke and coming to City. He's played that sort of, not everything what he's saying, but he's played a similar brand of football that all he needs to do now is translate that into this City team, man. But honestly, guys, I'm telling you, man, next season with these wingers, the depth that we have, and we've not even spoke about Oscar Bob in this situation as well. We have unreal depth, man. I'm buzzing.
Yeah.
I'm buzzing, man.
We're going to have options. We're going to have more options than we've had before to change games. So I agree with that. Yeah.
Let's have a look at some of your comments in the chat, man. Noah says maybe Savio will start straight away. I doubt it, bro, because he's not going on pre-season tour. So I doubt he's going to start straight away. If he was on pre-season, then
Ipswich at home wouldn't be a bad one for him to start, though. I could see them doing low block to the max, though.
Probably. Can we put Grealish as left wing and Doku as right wing to combine control and Doku's skills? I think you can. A lot of people have already made up their mind that he can't play right wing, Doku, which I think is not true personally. I think he can play it. But yeah, you could definitely see that.
Well, LB, that was the match I was referring to, Aston Villa at home. We did Grealish on the left and Doku on the right. And there was a really, really good balance of chaos and control.
Yeah.
It was a really if you go back and watch a replay of that game, just the way that we just had that really nice balance of control and chaos in the same lineup, it was really, really good to see.
I mean, personally, man, I was looking Doku's minutes in the Premier League was about just under 1,600. So it was 29 appearances. I'm probably going to guess it's going to be around about that or a little bit less for Savio.
Yeah. No problem. Probably less.
And I think he'll flirt in and out of the team a little bit. I think he'll come in, then he'll dip out. You know, and this is the thing. Suppose it must depend. You know, the worst thing we could do is hit the Carabao Cup and go out of that in the first round.
No, well, I know this is why really we need.
And then you've just killed 2 or 3 players rest of their season out.
Exactly.
Done.
You're looking at Rico, Oscar Bob.
That's what I mean.
These players, they need the Carabao Cup really. So we could do with getting an easy draw, man. You know, last year we got Newcastle. We all knew it was.
I suppose in a way you kind of make up for it with the 2 extra Champions League games in January now. Just an observation. I'm not really factoring that in overall.
No, I mean it's a good point because, to be fair. There are those 2 extra games, but the situation, I guess, with the Carabao Cup, it's In an ideal world, you want to stay in the Carabao Cup because then you've got the 2 extra
Yeah.
games which you can give them, and then you've got the Carabao Cup games that you can give them as well.
Yeah, LB, and also too in an ideal world. Let's be honest. If we play to the quality that we're known for, those last 2 games in January should be dead rubbers anyway.
Yeah, no, they should be. You know what I mean? That's the situation that you're hoping. I mean, what these? How many games you play? 8 games in the Champions League next year.
8 group stage matches, yeah.
And you've got what? 1 team from pot 1, 2 from pot 2, 2 from pot 3, 2 from pot 4. Is that right? So it's you play. Oh, how many teams? Oh no, it's how is it? How is it done? I can't remember how it's done now.
The new one. The new Champions League format.
I did actually know how to do it, but now it's a bit confusing. Right, here you go. Let's have a look. Right, so the format will place on 1 league table. 36 clubs will participate in the new league, giving 4 more sides the chance to compete. Clubs will no longer play the 3 teams twice, but it will take on 8 different sides with 4 home games and 4 away games. To determine the fixtures, the teams will be ranked in 4 seeding pots, and the team will then be drawn against 2 opponents from each of these pots. They will play against 1 team, against a team for their own pot, home, and 1 away. So yeah, there you go. So that's how it's going to work. Yeah, you're going to play a team, 2 teams. You're going to play 2 teams from each pot. You're going to play 2 in group 4, 2 in group 3, 2 in group 2, and then what? I guess you play 2 in
4
group.
pots 2 each.
Yeah. So there you go.
Yeah.
That's how it's going to work. So yeah, basically, cut a long story short.
There's not playing the same. Obviously, don't play the same nation either, do you?
No, you can. You can play the same nation now.
Okay, so we could get a Premier League side in our group.
You could get a Premier League team now.
Oh wow. Okay.
But here's the thing. In a weird way, it's sort of been made easier because you're going to get 2 teams from pot 4. So straight away, realistically, I'm not being funny. That should be 6 points.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That should be 6 points. You got 2 teams from pot 3. They're again not going to be the best teams in the world. You should win at least one of them. That's 9 points. So straight away, really, a team like City, a team like Real Madrid, a team like Bayern, we should all be getting a guaranteed 9 points, bare minimum, because you should be beating the 2 teams in pot 4, and you should be beating, realistically, at least one of the teams in pot 3, right? And then you'd like to think you'll beat one of the teams in pot 2. Yeah, and then I'm even giving you a loss there each, and then obviously
is the Carabao Cup still the same? Is the Carabao Cup round we go in? Is that still the same week as the first Champions League week?
Yeah, so this is where there's a problem in it because apparently
then you might as well kick 3 of our players out then because we're done.
Yeah, well, this is a problem in it because this is what Pep said after the FA Cup game, bro. Remember? You remember what he said? He said basically you got the dates on the same week. So if I have a look at the UCL fixtures dates now, I can tell you which week it is. Where is it? Let's have a look. So the Carabao Cup is, we go in at round 3 in it, Carabao Cup.
Yeah.
It's the 18th and 25th of September. Oh, is that how they've done it then? Have they changed it by adding an extra week in? I think they've changed it by adding an extra week in. 24, 25 dates. Let's have a look. Let's have a look where the dates are. Says here, bro, they've added an extra week in for the Carabao Cup, so maybe that's how they've done it. Where's the dates? Why have they not put the dates in? Oh, here you go. Is this the dates? Right, here you go. I got the dates here. So, 2024, 2025, 18th and 25th of September. Yeah, there you go. Yeah. That's how they've done it. So basically, match day 1 of the Champions League is the 17th and 19th of September, right? And that's the week that you're meant to be playing a Carabao Cup game. But the Carabao Cup, that round 3 is now going to be done over 2 weeks on the 25th of September. So any team that's in the Champions League will play their Carabao Cup game the week after. So there you go. They fixed it. Because Pep's mentioned it, innit? Pep mentioned it after the FA Cup game, said how we're going to go out of the Carabao Cup. So that's how they've got around it by adding an extra week in. So yeah, those games are really important, man. We've got 2 extra games there, and then get the Carabao Cup games. You can spread the minutes around, you know. So yeah, there we go. There we go.
That's if he does spread the thing. I mean, the thing is, You know yourself well being Pat. We've had this conversation so many times about spread minutes. Never happens.
He did it last year at Newcastle. He spread the minutes there.
No, he did. What do you mean? You mean Newcastle what, in the league or the...
No, in the Carabao Cup. He completely changed the team.
Yeah, and we went out.
Yeah, no. That's my
So
point.
that's the end of that one. No.
Are you talking about 8 minutes over the entire season?
I'm talking about the season. If you look, I told everyone KDB was coming back in and was going to play more minutes than everyone thought. He was straight back in. But I know they all want this. I know we all want to play this. Give him this and give him that. And it don't happen. It's bad. I had a look the other day. People do this. Oh, well, Bellingham played a shit ton of minutes. If it wasn't for injury, Bellingham would have played every minute for Real Madrid last season.
Yeah, probably.
Teams play their big players. There's a myth that rest them. Not a lot of teams do rest the big players. That's why they are the big players.
Mm-hmm.
They do play. 99% of the time, they're in.
Yeah. For me, it's the case of, I've said this before, I think taking players off the pitch at 60 minutes, 70 minutes is very underrated. Very, very underrated. And not enough. We don't do it enough.
Yeah, exactly, because Pep won't do it. He sort of it's the 81st minute.
I know.
Or 85th minute, and then thinks a 5-minute rest will cover him.
Yeah.
And it doesn't.
I agree. No. That's why, for me, you got to start doing that, especially with Rodri.
I just think, I think as fans, we sort of, we're putting out what we want, but it isn't what Pep does in reality. Mm. This is the problem. It's not what Pep does. Because look at last season when we went, put Bernardo in the midfield when we go in, and we put Bernardo in the midfield. At Anfield, he was invisible. Mm. And this is what happens. Sometimes it doesn't always work.
Mm. Interesting, isn't it? I'm looking forward to the season on me, boys. I can't lie, man.
I am. You know what? I'm not even bothered about. This is the first season I've got in about. I ain't bothered about what we win or how we win. I'm going to enjoy this season. I'm not going to get stuck down in this December time when we all have a panic attack again and sell half the squad out and sack Pep. And I'm just going to enjoy it. We won 4 in a row. We are record beaters all over. I just want to enjoy this season. I want the fans to get the atmosphere back to what it was at the Etihad. Because let's be straight, last season, the Etihad atmosphere was crap. I want to get it back to what it was, where we're bouncing and just having fun again.
Yeah.
Well, can I just say the amount of time I spent bloody waiting for tickets to be released on the website? I'm kind of welcoming the 115 charges.
Oh yeah, I've seen they sold out like instantly, didn't they?
Oh mate, yeah. Oh what? I signed. So the tickets came out at 7 p.m. here local time. I literally jumped on within 30 seconds of it ticking over on the hour, 7 p.m. And it came up and said, you are the 71,000, you're in the top 71,250 people.
Oh dear.
Please hold. Your request is important to us.
Oh dear.
And then I waited for over 2.5 hours, only to end up with this match is sold out.
Yeah, well, this is why they're extending the stadium, man. You know what I mean? Like, people can say empty, I don't know that. And I know, like, not every game.
Haven't sold out.
So then I could be the side of the top 65,000 in a queue.
No, they haven't sold out. They haven't sold out. They're releasing them in batches. So closer to the game, more tickets will be.
Yeah.
The idea of it coming out in batches to stop you reselling them on.
Yeah.
How does that stop that,
anyway? It's all good anyway, Martin. I've got tickets sorted now today.
Because the idea is, if we release it a week before the game, it's harder to get it sold a week before than it is 3 months before.
It only for the smaller games. You ain't struggling to sell out Man United or Liverpool or Arsenal. You release the tickets a week before.
We will see if this safety officer does his job next season, won't we? As he's roaming around the stadium.
Why? What's safety officer?
They brought in a new ticket liaison officer now, safety officer that's meant to check can randomly ask you to look at your tickets. They did it in the South Stand last season.
What's the rationale behind that?
Because they're going to see if the name matches the ticket.
But what if you transferred your ticket to your friend?
It's to basically stop you selling it on for a huge amount of money and someone else getting it.
What about if I transfer it to my mate?
But then it's gone through the city system and stream transferred to mate.
and then it'll come up as his name.
If you've done it privately and not told Sarah, then you may get shut out.
Right.
But basically, what City is saying is we don't know if you sold that ticket on at an extortionate price. You know why it is? Because City lose the money. City
yeah, man. Listen,
you know why it is. Let's be straight here.
There are no friends or enemies, guys. There are only interests. That's the worst thing that happened to Man City is Pep saying that, mate. Because from now on, whenever if it ever happens now, I'm just like, yeah, there are only interests in this world, guys. There are no friends. There are no enemies. Only interests, as Pep Guardiola says, and that's why, man.
Stop you going to Julie down the road and going, "Want my ticket? 500 quid." Well, City like, well, give me my share of your 500.
Yeah, no, absolutely, man. It's crazy.
That's what it is. They're not daft.
Yeah, no, facts, man, facts. Right, listen, I'm gonna dip, boys. Big up for you lads coming on the show, man. Appreciate that. You obviously did a show last night as well, guys. So if you want to go check that out, head over to Mancunian Way. It's live on the channel. Go watch that from last night. You lot selling tickets to a fella in Thailand is the reason we're not getting Bruno, says Karl.
None of my tickets get sold. Thank you very much.
Is that because I'm closer to Thailand than you two are?
Maybe it's your fault then, Pat.
Yeah, apparently. Yeah.
Yeah, there you go. Right, guys.
It's you fake lot over in us.
Look, still got the old badge behind him. He don't know yet, does he? Someone tell him that we've changed badge, guys. Yeah.
It's only because that was roughly about the year he started supporting, sir.
Oh, man, stop it, man. Cooking, Pat. Go on.
No, Pat knows where I'm peeved off. He comes on here. He's not been in his own channel for 3 weeks.
Well, joke's on you, because then doesn't that mean I've been supporting City about 10 years before I actually did? When did we switch to the Eagle? It was like early 90s, wasn't it?
97.
Yeah, 97. That's right.
I miss the Eagle.
That's 6 years. That's 6 years before me, so I'll take it. Thank you very much.
Brett. Oh my God, Brett. Get back. No, Brett. I'm not having that. That badge has no significance to Manchester City. There was no Eagle in Manchester City's history. Get out of town. It made no sense, that Eagle. And what were the stars about? The amount of times we got relegated.
It's nice, though, isn't it?
No, it's hanging.
Nah, stop it, bro. This is my childhood here. You're attacking my childhood here.
It was the most hanging thing we ever did was put that Eagle into place.
Yeah, well, it might have been, but I didn't experience the whole transition to the Eagle. So I don't know about that. I'm just saying I like the Eagle. I prefer it now, but I respect the Eagle, man.
When you see that badge, which player comes into your head first when you see that badge?
Ooh, what player comes into my head?
Well, get on Wikipedia quick. Oh, Benabia. Go on.
I don't know. For me, it's probably someone like someone like Sibierski or something like that, if I'm being honest with you. If I'm being honest with you, it's probably someone like that.
Pre Abu Dhabi, it was always Danny Tiati for me, obviously the Australian connection. But I don't know why. But every time the first player that pops into my head when I think of the badge in terms of post Sheikh Mansour is Balotelli. Whenever I think of the badge, the first player that pops in my head is Balotelli. I don't know why, but at the same time, I don't care because I love the bloke. You see, he's about to head over to Brazil, by the way.
Paul Dickoff, I'll go at a 2.
Yeah, fair enough. Yeah,
my head with that one. Gonna love a bit of Goa. Anyway, I've got to be nice to Pat. Someone's put it out in the chat. He's got my ticket in Orlando. So if I'm not nice to him,
and your bus transfer,
and he's got my bus transferred as well.
I tell you what, there's a very funny story brewing here, Pat.
And I haven't put your name on the door yet at the pub either. So
yeah. I bet he sells me a ticket when he gets there. But someone's going to offer him about $500.
Nah, the safety officer's going to be there, man, checking the tickets.
Yeah. Now you know why we get there 2 hours before kickoff.
I don't know why we're getting there. To bus is leaving 2
I
hours.
don't know either. Don't put it on me. I don't know.
2.5 hours, actually, to be more exact.
What are you moaning about? What's going on?
Kickoff 7:30.
He was carrying on the show earlier about how he said, oh, he messaged me the other day saying, well, what's happening with Orlando? Like, what's happening to the match day? And it's like, I went on the website. They're for $25 US. They're doing the supporters club in Orlando is doing a bus transfer, pick up from the pub, take you to the ground, and they'll pick you up outside the ground half an hour after the game finishes and bring you back to the pub. And he's like, right, okay, what time does the bus pick you up? And it was like, it says here on the website they're going to pick you up at 5 p.m. And he's like, pick up at 5 p.m. for a 7:30 kickoff? Like, what you on about? Like, just carrying on, and it's just like, if they're going to do that, then it's for a reason. Let the supporter clubs do what they need to do. Okay?
Yeah, mate.
We go from there and just leave it how it is. There's a reason. There's a method to this madness. And again,
but you can meet all the fans, bro.
Yeah.
No. When Chelsea is 2.5 hours for a kickoff, that's like an away game, innit? Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, but how long's the journey?
From Orlando there to East Hatch, when you look on Google Maps, it's about a 25-minute journey.
Right, so you're on the bus for 25 minutes, you get off, and you've got basically 2 hours to chill. Speak to people, get some food, have a turkey leg. You know what I mean?
I said to you before, mate, the only thing I could possibly think of is for that stadium, match day traffic must be absolute garbage if you get the later you leave it. It must be. I can't think of any other reason why.
No, but you're going all the way over there, Matt, and you don't just want to turn. You don't want to be like a match day where you turn up 2 minutes before kickoff.
Yeah, we're meeting people. We're going to meet a lot of people over there. We're going to meet some lovely Blues. I'm going to put faces to some names I've never met. I'm going to buy a couple of beers. Obviously, not me. I'm driving, so it'll be cold.
Yeah. I'll be repping my new Mancunian away merchandise as well too. Martin doesn't know this. Breaking news. I got some Mancunian away merchandise, mate.
Got some
merchandise we got. Yeah, this is breaking news. I didn't know we had merchandise.
What merchandise you got, boys?
Oh, it's just a shirt. It's just a shirt, but obviously it'll be a prototype until Martin looks at it, and then who knows? Maybe he'll probably start.
So he's telling me now while we're live on air that he's got a prototype for merch.
Yeah, and I'm telling you an LB show as well too. Funnily enough.
It's just released on Bruno J. Is it the same I got while we were live? If anyone else don't know why I zoned out, I was getting a message and update on Bruno G while we were live.
I'm on their website now and there's nothing there. So fake news, man.
Oh, the only update I got while we were live was the response from Bruno has been promising.
Where's that? I'm on the website now. There's
no. That was what I got privately.
No, but Craig's saying it's on City Extra. It's not there, bro. No tweet. Where's the news? Craig says that, but I don't see it. I'm on there, literally on the Twitter now. There's nothing there. It's just Savio. Savio.
Yeah, everyone else got a bit Savio crazy, haven't they? You can tell we're desperate for signings.
Yeah. No, there's no tweet. There's no tweet, Craig. I don't know where you got that from, bro.
It doesn't mean City Extras, enemy. Have you seen the? By the way, have you seen the Erling Haaland tweet in the mountains?
Yeah, I've seen it. Yeah.
My missus saw it. I wasn't impressed with the response. Let's put it that way.
Why? Go on. What happened, mate?
She took one look at it and went, "Whoa, pardon, what?
Whoa, mate! You can't be accepting that, bro.
You know what I mean? Words in it. Words in it. No, just because he's sat on a rock doing some meditation with his top hanging off and his long hair.
Yeah.
You think he is, bloody Thor?
Sorry about that. Sorry about that, mine, bro. I'm really sorry about that.
Anyway, I've got a free ticket to America for nearly 3 weeks. If anyone fancies it. You have a name change and you're in.
Yeah, I would, but I'm in Spain, so
God, is it separate rooms at least?
Oh no, you'll have to share it. You'll have to share a room with her.
Oh God!
Oh, it's on the website. What do you mean? Ooh,
brother. What's that? What's that, brother?
Cheeky bastard.
You're probably on yourself, to be fair.
Hang on a minute. Behave you. Just check there's no meteors coming through your window at the side there.
Oh, actually, I found this thing.
Here he goes. You've been looking up meteorites.
I found this. I found the thing. Oh no, it's just a Tommy thing. It's just a Tommy thing, bro.
Oh well, yeah, about the
it's just a Tommy thing. Yeah.
Jos kebab.
Yeah. No, about Bruno. But the thing about Bruno, not really wanting to leave that much. He's not that bothered. Just that. Anyway, listen, gonna wrap it up, man. It's been a good show, as always. Big up to Pat for coming on. Big up to Martin for coming on. Martin, it's our last show now because he's going to America, mate. You know what I mean? So enjoy, Bray. You know what I mean? A safe journeys and that. Big up
You
to
enjoy
Pat.
Spain? A little bit of sangria.
Oh, a little bit.
Whereabouts you going in Spain, anyway?
Malaga.
Oh.
Yeah. Malaga. So there'll be a couple 2-2 streams. Bought a laptop today.
Isn't
Lee
Gunner's out that way, isn't he?
He is. Going to be here for a few bits.
See, I told you, he's going over there for he's not on holiday. Going over there for a bit of collabing with.
No, it's a business meeting. I'm writing the holiday off on tax expenses, bro.
Hey.
Yeah. It's a 2 weeks all-inclusive business meeting.
Are you going for 2 weeks?
2 weeks, bro.
You taking the other half though?
Yeah, she's the cameraman or camera woman.
So what you mean is she's going to take your card and go shopping while you and Lee going to just sit there drinking.
Working.
Piss off working. Don't
Bro,
give me the working crap.
Oh, HMRC are listening, bro.
I'm telling you, know what it's going to be? There'll be a pre-season preview coming up between Lee Gunner and LB going, what do you think your team will do next season? What do you think your team will do next season? What?
No, I'll go, Lee.
Happens.
What do you expect from Arsenal this season, Lee?
See?
Fuck all. That's what it'll do.
No.
My team
You'll
fucking
be doing your online tax return, and when it comes to like other subsidies and that, they'll be saying, "Yeah, what are you trying to claim?" You just hold up a beer can, and just go. Fuck.
Hey, I'll tell you what though, Lee Gunner is probably him and Dan Potts, two of the most sensible Arsenal fans I know.
Nah, they're chilling, man. You know what I mean? The thing is, like, is
you don't do
Lee's a lot more like sort of like he has his opinion and he's not really willing to deviate it from it that much, yeah. Whereas Dan's a little bit more like he's open to more shit. But the thing is with Lee, yeah, is Lee just says how it is, and he rattles so. I've never seen anyone, even Donald Trump, doesn't rattle people as much as Lee Gunner. It's unreal the power that he has. People literally just sit at home on Twitter, commenting on it, yeah. Everything, saying, oh, he's fucking cleans pools. He does not clean pools, man. I can say that for facts. Like, it's just funny, man. It's hilarious. He just rattles them all.
You get him an Arteta, we love Arteta t-shirt.
Yeah, Arteta in.
But yeah, you enjoy yourself in Spain.
Yeah.
You got me and Pat, America. You got Hugh going to LA.
Yeah.
Did you hear that, Hugh? He's going watching United Arsenal.
Yeah. I heard about it, man.
How the frig that happen?
Don't know, bruh. Mad, isn't it?
Sit here in America and he's off to watch United versus Arsenal.
Right, I'm gonna wrap the stream up, boys. Thanks for coming on. Big up to you.
Smash the likes.
Smash a like, subscribe to Mancunian Way, and I'll catch you later, man. Peace out. See you later.